Hi, Yasmeen. Thank
Hi.
you so much for agreeing to doing this with us.
Absolute pleasure.
It's so important that we point out World Hijab Day and why it's important to us at Oyster and why the world needs to hear about it.
Absolutely.
So, can't wait to get into your story.
I'm a practicing Muslim. I come from a Pakistani family. Wearing a hijab, I think when I kind of learned about my religion, it was probably one of the last things that I started to do because it wasn't that it was scary or anything. It was just that I had to know the meaning behind it. So I learned a lot about physically why we wear a hijab and also like spiritually the reasons for us wearing hijab. And most important of all, it's my duty as a Muslim woman to be modest, to look respectful. I remember my first day when I wore my hijab and I went to work and a total stranger said Assalamu alaikum to me. And I thought, wow, feels really strange. I've gone to that train station for last 10, 12 years and nobody has said Assalamu alaikum to me. But wearing my headscarf, people are actually recognizing me. I knew why people were doing it. It's because I'm wearing hijab and I look like a Muslim now. I've got my identity. It's the completeness, you know? I think working wise, it took me a while to kind of wear it in my office. So I would wear it like weekends. I'd wear it if I was out with family. But then to take the plunge and also wear it in my office or work environment, I wouldn't say it was a struggle, but I just felt like it was a bit of an inner struggle.
Right.
Like for me, that what are people going to think of me? Are they going to perceive me in the same way as before? I'm actually quite an outgoing person for those that know me.
Yeah.
And I just thought that, people might think that, is this the same Yasmeen now? And one day my manager just burst out laughing. She said, Yasmeen, you're just so not that person.
Yeah.
She was, I said, why? Well, what did you actually think of me? She was like, we just thought that, you're going to be really quiet and like, you're just going to be someone who's going to be really reserved. Like maybe not, kind of like get on with people the way that you have got on with people.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that, it was a bad thing for them to think that, but a lot of them hadn't really been in contact with a Muslim woman, let alone Muslim hijabi team leader in a big bad bustling contact center.
Yeah. How old were you when you started wearing your hijab?
I started wearing my hijab at 24. It was, I think, my life between 24 and 25. It was absolutely amazing. A lot of changes happened to me. The biggest change that I'll never forget and never can forget, I became a mother. I wanted to be the best mother. I wanted to be the best role model. And I wanted to make sure that my daughter was going to be confident about Islam and embrace hijab when she felt that she was ready. And, all my daughters, they wore hijab when they felt they were ready. It wasn't imposed by me. It wasn't imposed by their father. It was entirely up to them. It was their choice. Well, I started wearing my hijab after I got married. And I think a lot of my close friends even assumed that, this was something that, my husband has imposed on me.
Yeah.
But for those that know me, it's quite difficult to impose rules on me. I have to embrace something physically, spiritually, and then I will take that on 100%. And that's exactly how I embraced hijab.
Have you had any experiences at work that's made you feel like, I'm so glad that I'm wearing this right now?
When people see the likeness, I think that helps a lot. When you see people, I think as human beings, we all have this little bit of a stereotype typical mind where we kind of make our mind up about people, like how they're dressed, for example. So it's fair enough if people see me for the first time and probably think, I bet this lady's going to be really, really quite a serious-minded person, very reserved. But I think when they get to know me, it's all a bit of a shock.
Yeah.
It's absolutely opposite to what they had thought. I'm from, the Asian subcontinent, and from my generation, like I'm a first generation Pakistani in this country. There wasn't very many role models around. But now, like, you see hijabi women like in every profession, opticians, dentists, doctors, teachers. One of my daughters is a teacher and she teaches engineering. I just feel that when I can put my hijab on, I think it just gives me the image that I want. I want to look like a Muslim woman, no matter where I'm going. That's how I want to be perceived as. I feel that I'm obeying a very important part of my faith. My faith is the whole of me. It's made me more confident about who I am, wearing it all the time. I absolutely love my faith. I think I feel honored that I'm able to kind of be an ambassador in a lot of places that I work, because I think it takes away people's negative perceptions about Muslim women. My identity is that I'm a Muslim woman. Thank you so much for inviting me to do this.
It means a lot to me and to Oyster and to everyone that's going to see it.
Absolute pleasure.